Hey everybody, good morning. It's Friday here at Studio B in New York City. I'm Beth Minardi and I want to talk a little bit about lessons learned. Last week I was delighted to present for Beth Minardi at Cosmo Prof's wonderful show in North Carolina at a beautiful vineyard called Childress, and I want to thank everybody from Cosmo Prof and our support team from Joyco for inviting me. I had a model who was beautiful, very young, and whose hair was spoiled. We're going to put her up later on my Facebook fan page for you to look at. Her hair was down almost to her waist. Another manufacturer had used her and bleached her hair to the point where all of the front of the head had sheared off. I really needed a model, and she had a pretty face and was a gorgeous girl, so I used her. Vanessa did a beautiful shaping to right below the clavicle, and Mark Maletti and I really saved this. Key point, this girl was naturally a level 7 medium blonde. There was no need, unless they wanted to make her white, for them to bleach the hair. We used my special high lift formula of Beth Minardi Cream Permanent Color. My favorite high lift, which is 1 1/2 ounces of 12 ice and 1/2 ounce of 10 BB with 2 ounces of 40 volume developer. Mark and I applied that on 1/8 of an inch sections on her tiny root and then enveloped the entire hair shaft, which was beat to hell, with my Beth Minardi or Minardi pre-wash therapy, and we let her sit at room temperature for 1 hour. As that was on, the high lift at the root, the Beth Minardi cream, 1 1/2 ounces of 10 ice and 1/2 ounce of 10 BB with 40 volume. That was lifting the hair and depositing a clear blonde, while the ends were enveloped in a nutritional broth of Beth Minardi pre-wash therapy, which put back the missing lipids, fatty acids, proteins, and water to strengthen that hair. At the end of an hour, we shampooed and conditioned the hair and dried it, which took forever because the hair was very, very thick. Mark then, like a hero, stood there and used tiny, tiny low lights through the hair to make it a beautiful, more modern blonde. And I will say that the pre-wash therapy not only gave her great condition, but lifted some of that funny yellow stain out of the hair, the oxidized minerals that were in the hair. Mark then low-lit in tiny pieces all through the head, Beth Minardi Cream Demi Color. Remember, guys, Cream Demi is your best option for lowlights. Liquid demis and permanent dyes do not make good lowlights. Liquid demis are too sheer, and permanent color is not great on already sensitive hair lengths. So the Cream Demi formula that we use all the time for frightened blondes to give them a little more depth is equal parts of my Cream Demi Color, Beth Minardi Cream Demi, equal parts of 10 BB and 9 BG. This creates just a little more depth. Fascinating. After we wrapped the last foil and processed her for 30 minutes at room temperature, when we shampooed the hair, those lowlights looked dark because the hair was so loaded with water and so porous. As we dried the hair, and you'll see the results later up on my Beth Minardi Facebook fan page, there are these soft little, almost nothing, buttery, lovely, ivory lowlights that made that blonde really the star of the show. She was given a fabulous shape and a significant haircut to right below the clavicle. Lesson learned, you don't need to bleach already blonde hair with bleach to make it blonde if you use a high lift formula. Remember, gang, 1/8 of an inch sections rather than 1/4 of an inch with the high lift formula. I use an applicator rather than a bowl and brush because I want a thick application, nice and evenly right on the scalp, and 1 hour at room temperature. With Beth Minardi high lift colors, we use equal parts of 40 volume developer. There's no need to double or increase the amount of developer, and we process at room temperature. So you'll see the pictures up later. The key point, no matter what you're doing, blonding is an art, and we're working with beautiful, almost like cashmere or silk fabric. Once hair is blonded, it is delicate. And using my pre-wash therapy, and then by the way, afterwards, at the end of the treatment, we used Joyco's incredible conditioner called Revitalux, which we left in for 5 minutes after the final shampoo, and we pulled it out of the fire, guys. We had a beautiful model at our show in North Carolina. So I look forward to seeing you in a few weeks in Dearborn, Michigan, and then it's on to Washington, D.C. Wishing you a fabulous Friday. We'll be in touch later. Bye.